Welcome back to another episode of the Supeologists Podcast. I'm your host, Nico, and this is the show where we dive deep into all things superhero. Whether you're about all things Marvel or DC, you've come to the right place. Today we've got a fun episode for you as we're diving into the concept of iconicity in superhero films and TV shows. What makes a comic book movie or series iconic? Today we'll discuss that and other groundbreaking superhero moments and how they've reshaped the genre. Plus, we've got updates on Captain America Brave New World and the latest Invincible Season 3 news. So this week, the Supeologists Podcast brings you Super-Iconicity-Man. And just like any other episode, before we dive into today's episode, let me quickly introduce today's co-host. Today I'm joined with Alex once again.
I am a co-host. Expect me to be here a lot more.
Yeah.
A lot more.
We're in the same fit as well.
Why'd you have to point that out? Why did you have to point that out?
It's
Bro,
okay.
It's my go-to fit.
It's okay.
I love Berlizzi, man.
It's okay.
It's a comfy jacket.
Yeah, it's been a week since the last time you've worn that. So for all I know, it's been 7 days.
You know what? I just like it a lot, right? I gotta represent, bro, right?
There's nothing wrong with that. But like any other episode, let's kick things off with our first segment. We're talking about the highs, the lows, and the random bits of our week. Our first segment, we've got Summits, Slumps, and Dumps. Alright, for our first segment, we have Summit, Slumps, and Dumps. Would you rather go first or you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Alright. My summit, my high, the Supeologist Studio, as you can see, is steadily increasing. First, we got the new camera, and then we got another new camera, this camera, the one that I'm using that's on me right now. And then now we've got a secondary lighting post as well. I will tell you, that one has been a hassle, because none of the heads of any of the tripods fit the lamp post, the light post, the shade.
In a way.
So it was a pain. I had to literally tear off the head of the initial tripod I had. The one that was for the GoPro. And so yeah, I took that off, and then I just pretty much screwed it into that tripod. Damn. Yeah. And then that chair the chair and the couch is the only thing holding it from falling down. Way. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually hilarious. A hassle. It took me 20 minutes to set that one up. Oh my gosh.
That's too funny.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully there's more increases or
no, yeah, you can definitely see the quality change from the very first episode till now. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
The graphics look like it's being shot 2005. Holy shit.
My slump, I'm pissed about my math class right now. In my math class, we have something called supplemental hours.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's a grade and it's required. So basically, once a week, I have to go into my math class after class hours, outside of class hours, and I have to spend 2 hours in the classroom just doing math work. The 2 hours accumulates over the week, so I could do 20 minutes, and whatever. But it has to be 2 hours throughout the whole week.
You might as well just do 2 hours in one day.
That's what I did last week. Or the week for week 1 at least. Week 2 last week. Oh my gosh, the dogs are trying to get in. Last week, it was all the snow. We got all the snow and ice. Right. So, Tuesdays the class is when I have the math class. It's the only class I have that week.
And it snowed that day or that night?
It snowed that day, and in preparation of the weather, they canceled classes pretty much after my math class.
Right.
And then they canceled all classes Wednesday, and then they canceled classes up until noon on Thursday.
And then Friday you'll have
Well, Friday I don't have any classes. So either way, pretty much after Tuesday, I was done for the week.
Oh, yeah.
So he said my teacher said in class that if we had more than 2 days of if we had more than 1 day of canceled classes, then he would take away or change how many hours we needed.
Uh-huh.
So I assumed he was going to take them away. So I left early. I left on Wednesday. I came back back home. Silly me for thinking that he was gonna just take away the hours, because now I still have to do 1 hour for the week.
Damn.
But it's already Saturday.
The end of the week, yeah.
So that's not happening. So that's already a 0 for the second, I guess, major grade of the semester. So that's great. And then my dump, there's been a lot of snow, which is surprising for North Carolina because North Carolina hasn't gotten like measurable
No,
snow in
yeah.
like
It's been
4 years.
Yeah, 5 years. It's crazy.
And it's funny. So on my way back, I had to like go to my car.
Mm.
My car was like layered with snow.
No way.
And I I'll admit I like played with it a little bit. I like took it off. I like took like a whole bunch off, and then like I balled it up into a snowball.
Right.
I started chucking them at people's cars. Nah, okay,
No way.
I didn't do that. I just started tossing them in the air. And then like in the parking lot, I started like driving, and then like I hit the brakes, so
The brake,
all
yeah.
the snow would just slide
No way.
down. I know I was a bit of an idiot for doing that, but I mean I still thought it was fun. And oh my gosh, on the way here, like on the actual drive here, the ice, there was still ice on the roof of my car, and as I was driving, as you're going like 75 miles an hour, the ice is like melting and it's like cracking, and then it peels and flies off my car. It sounds like parts of my car were like ripping off and
no
falling off
way.
my car. So that was
that's
was
crazy.
fun, yeah. What about you? What are your summits, slump, and dump?
Summit. I don't remember what I was gonna say for my summit. My slump
Mhm.
is I have a PC now, which I've already said, but it's so practical that I'm using it for like everything now. So like I don't have to like constantly be like if I want to play a game, I don't have to turn on my PS5 anymore. I can like just like have it on my screen, or if I need to look something up, I can just like it's like so usable.
Mhm.
But that means I'm constantly staring at something like all the time.
Yeah.
So either if it's like for like searching things up on Wait Tech or like stuff like that, or if I'm just doing normal things like watching YouTube, I didn't ever realize the strain it has on my eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went to the bathroom, bro. My eyes were bloodshot, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god. So now I have to wear my blue light glasses, which I don't care. But like,
Mhm.
I went to the bathroom again, and I look in the mirror, I'm like, bro, why do I look like Beast from fucking X-Men, bro? It shit pissed me off. I was like, all right, bro, whatever, man. My height, or what is it? I don't
So
remember. How am I forgetting?
your
it?
summit is your
Summit.
high.
My summit.
Yeah.
My summit is I'm starting to record stuff because why not? Just
Mhm.
posting it,
What is it like gaming content?
stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just bored. I just
Yeah.
like record it. Like might as well. Like it's
Yeah.
funny stuff that happens anyway. So
Right, and you can play for like hours and hours
yeah.
and get like a whole bunch of content.
no, yeah, and then like you can just edit it to like I
Mhm.
don't know 20 minutes. So
Mhm.
it's whatever. Doing that. My dump. I'd wake up every night or every morning and my mouse would be on the ground, and I'm like, why is my mouse on the ground? I forgot I have a fucking cat. And this last night, I fucking woke up in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m., hear scrounging, and she's like on my desk, and I see my desk fall. I'm like, you're the one dropping my fucking my mouse. And she's like looking at me like if I'm the crazy one. I'm like, all right, bro, whatever, bro. And I go back to sleep. That's about it.
Is your mouse like wired or is it wireless?
No, it's wireless. It could be either, but like I prefer to be wireless, like less cable management or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Belle just
Yeah.
keeps knocking it off,
Yeah.
just slapping it
I
off.
never noticed it because I'm like, am I just like being gonked and I just don't realize it and I just have it on the floor? But yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's our first segment, our summits, slumps, and dumps segment. For our second segment, we have Iconicity Talk. So pretty much in this segment, we're talking about all about like what makes a movie or show iconic and how iconicity has impacted the superhero genre. So to kick things off this segment, let's discuss what makes a superhero movie or show iconic. How would you define like iconicity for like shows and stuff
Shows?
or
I
movies?
don't know about shows.
How would you define
like,
iconicity when it comes to
like
superheroes?
in a character?
Yeah,
I don't know. Like doing something different.
like
or,
standing out.
Yeah, or like those like I don't know, those tropes where like when all the odds are against you and you somehow prevail or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that makes things iconic, or just being super well known. Like Spider-Man's pretty iconic just because he's well known, but he has like other iconic moments that like really bring out his character and like has his personality. Like that one time he stopped the train in Spider-Man 2. They have that in. It's so iconic. They have it in the animated movie, or like a little like Easter egg. It's in Spider-Man 1, the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like a whole bunch of other shit. And like, didn't they have it or? No, I'm tripping. I'm thinking about the Spider-Man 1 game. Oh no, and they have it in Spider-Man 2. Yeah, because he was like, "Didn't you stop a train?" He's like, "I did, like once," and it was like, "Yeah." But I don't know. It's just stuff like that makes things like super iconic.
So it's like
Like
standing out
yeah.
and making and doing memorable things.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I think it's definitely more than just popularity.
No, yeah.
Like it's about creating something that changes the game or leaves a lasting impact.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that it's something that does stand out
Yeah.
and has that lasting impact. What would you say are some examples of iconic superhero movies or shows?
Movies or shows?
Yeah. So obviously the Tobey Maguire movies,
Yeah.
right?
I'd say probably like Spider-Man 2 is most iconic because it just has more
Yeah.
action scenes and stuff like that. I'd probably say Iron Man 1, 2 is pretty up there. Probably because of the first... Was it like the first 30 minutes where he does that?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
the whole mountain blows up?
yeah.
Yeah, that's like everywhere. I wouldn't say Captain America is pretty iconic.
Wait, what?
I wouldn't say Captain America.
You wouldn't say it?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Not at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the first Avenger was that iconic. It was
No.
still it's just in terms of MCU it's probably iconic.
Probably, yeah, because of the whole... I'd say only until like the battle part. Everything else just is like super forgettable. But yeah, iconic though. I can't really say much for like MCU, but like DC, like Batman has so many iconic stuff going on.
Yeah, whether it's
Yeah.
like Michael Keaton or Christian
everything.
Bale's
He just-
Batman.
no matter what it is, it like even if it's received poorly, it's some like crushes something. It's always like memorable. Superman has a bunch of iconic stuff too, even in the movies.
Christopher Reeve's movies are
yeah.
definitely iconic.
His dad dying, that one scene, that's like everywhere, or was everywhere, and it's still like you can still find it a lot, being either used in memes or like in other portrayed areas in media. Probably not Wonder Woman. Actually, no, definitely not Wonder Woman. I've seen like maybe a couple stuff when her like movie came out.
I feel like we haven't gotten
good.
enough of Wonder Woman in
No,
general.
it's actually pretty sad because her like whole story's pretty cool.
Yeah, because not only that, but like Gal Gadot was also a perfect cast
Yeah.
for Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing all these other like fan casts for Wonder Woman. There's like one girl from Scream. There's Ana de Armas.
One girl from Scream. Fucking
yeah.
Olivia or no? Well, who is it?
No, not Oh my gosh, how am I forgetting her name? She's like super popular.
From Wednesday?
Jenna Ortega. Yeah. It's
No
not Jenna
fucking
Ortega.
way.
No, not her, but like her sister in the Scream movies.
Oh, that's actually not that bad.
I mean, I would be fine with it, but I wouldn't want it. You know.
Yeah, me either. I mean, I could see like as like alternate dimension, like Wonder Woman or something like that.
There's other ones as well. I don't know, but there's a few of like kind of like older actresses, and I'm like, yeah, I see it, but like there's definitely better options. I feel like Joe right now. It's like, yeah, I see that, but I mean, you could have casted anybody else.
Yeah, yeah, but I think also like the characters and the actors make things iconic too.
Mhm.
Like,
oh, absolutely,
like
yeah.
the same thing with Iron Man. Like, I can never see anyone else as Iron Man other than Robbie Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. Like, you can't ever convince me or ever. Like, I could be like 70 years old explaining to my kids, this was Iron Man. No, it's not. It's just like, no. Yes, it is, bro. Like, come on now. Like, he's like comic book accurate. I don't even know how he is either. Like, bro was just blessed like that with genetics. I don't know how.
Yeah, there's only a handful of characters that are like born to play their characters, like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds'
I say the same thing with Deadpool, yeah.
And Tony Stark, RDJ
Yeah.
is Tony Stark. I'm trying to think of like anybody else. Like I'm looking on the poster right now. I mean, you got Chadwick Boseman as
I'd say
Black Panther.
Black Panther, yeah, but for obvious reasons.
Are there any like shows that you would think are iconic?
Shows?
Yeah,
Probably like
maybe even outside of the superhero genre. Is there any like what would you consider like an iconic show?
Dragon Ball.
Like Friends.
Friends?
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball, yes. Like, I can ask you who's this. I can show you a picture of Goku, be like, oh, it's that one motherfucker from Dragon Ball. But like, people know it because like it's so iconic. Like, I could say Dragon Ball, Friends. I don't know. I don't really.
You wouldn't say Friends is an iconic TV show?
No. Probably because I don't like it. I'm biased.
Oh, okay, that's
yeah.
probably why then.
But I don't know. I just never liked it. But like, no, I wouldn't say that. No, because even then, a lot of other people would know what Dragon Ball, what Friends would be. Like, I know people to this day who are like, "What is Friends?" And they're like my age, and I'm like, "That's great that you don't know what Friends is. Keep it up, bro." Yeah, fuck that show.
I kind of completely disagree. I did completely disagree with that.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to dive into that at all.
Right.
But when it comes to like superhero TV shows, I guess just because of recency bias, probably like The Boys. I feel like that's going to become something that's very iconic.
Yeah.
The only thing that's like that really comes to mind immediately is like Spider-Man shows, whether it was the Spectacular Spider-Man or Spider-Man the animated series.
Yeah.
Those are like the only ones. And then for our, I guess that's kind of generation bias, but us, Ultimate Spider-Man.
No, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say Spider-Man, but like all I ever do is talk about Spider-Man, so I was trying to think of something else.
I mean,
I don't know, it's just different for shows because like, I don't know, it's iconic, but it has iconic moments. Like, right? But like, I don't think it makes the whole show iconic because of that moment.
Right.
Yeah. But like, it's easier for movies because it's in the movie, so like, and it's only one thing, so it's easier to like make a movie iconic because of that, because the whole movie will revolve around that, or something like that.
Yeah. I think superhero iconic movies, I think I would say definitely The Dark Knight. Like, I feel like The Dark Knight's a perfect example. Yeah. Christopher Nolan's a great director. And not only did Christian Bale elevate Batman to something more than just a guy in a cape, but it redefined what a comic book movie could be.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan's direction, Heath Ledger's Joker, just everything about that film left a mark on the genre. It took superhero
Especially
films
the Joker.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It took superhero films from just fun to, like, actual cinematic art. And then there's also, I feel like, in terms of movies we've gotten lately, and by lately I mean, like, within the past, like, 5-10 years.
Jesus.
Avengers 1 and Avengers Endgame, I think, are also iconic, especially Endgame. I feel like it's definitely going to build up to its iconicity.
Yeah.
Like, just, it's another one that completely reshaped superhero storytelling. The culmination of the entire MCU with that massive payoff, it was just insane. And the emotional weight of that movie, it was like nothing we'd seen before in superhero films.
I'd say Infinity War is pretty iconic, too.
Oh, yeah, Infinity War's, like, impact just wasn't even about, like...
Especially how the whole ending and everything.
Yeah, it wasn't just about the box office. It was about, like, cultural relevance.
Yeah.
Like, people who didn't even care about comics or superheroes were watching it because it was, like, that big of, like, an event. That's kind of the influence that makes something iconic, I feel like. And what's interesting is how Avengers Endgame redefined the concept of, like, crossovers and interconnected universes. Mm-hmm. It's a trend that's now been adopted by other franchises. It set the stage for what we're seeing now with the multiverse in both Marvel and DC.
Yeah, and like a whole bunch of other shit, because like everyone just took after that, basically.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's had their own iteration, but I feel like Endgame definitely set a higher standard.
And once that happened, like everyone just started to put their own like opinion in it or whatever. Not.
Yeah, and let's not forget about. I know you don't like No Way Home as most people do.
I like it.
I actually changed. It's interesting because episode 3, I did end up changing my rating from a 10.
Really?
I think I had it at like an.
Was that with me? Who was that? Joe?
Episode 3 was me and Joe. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you change it to?
I think I changed it to like below a 9. Whether it was, I think it was between, and I think it was either an 8.7 or 8.9.
I don't even remember what my rating was.
You put yours as an 8.5.
8.5.
Mine was either it was between an 8.5 and 8.9.
Okay.
Because I do think I was an 8.9 because I think it definitely deserves more than 8.5.
If it's 8.5, I think I put it as a 9.
I feel like it lacks some things in some areas. Cause I do. At least I'm trying to now look at movies and shows at like a rating, like a I don't know, like a criticizing standpoint. So I'm looking for specific things differently now. So I do think that No Way Home is at a lower rating than a 9. And if you guys want to hear me go through that, y'all can watch the last episode. I think it was episode 3, Super MCU Recap and Redemption Man. That came out. What was it? I think the 20th. What's today's date? No, it'll come out. No, that comes out the 27th.
Oh yeah. Because the last one that came out was us 3, me, you, and Joe.
Yeah, that was the 20th.
Yeah.
But anyway, as I was saying about No Way Home, something iconic about that is the return of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. That moment wasn't just iconic for Spider-Man in its entirety, but it was iconic for like Spider-Man fans. But for fans of superhero movies in general as well, it was an emotional roller coaster that tied together multiple generations of Spider-Man films, and that's the kind of thing that transcends fandoms.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about hero iconicity. What makes a hero truly iconic? Is it the story, the actor playing them, or is it the impact on culture and the medium itself? You know, like what do we look for to determine whether something's iconic or not? I think it might be all of the
That's
above.
kinda
I
tough.
think it's the actor and the impact on culture and the story. It has to be written well enough for it to be, even memorable or interesting. And then if we look at like movies and shows, the actor definitely has some sort of part
Yeah.
in that. Because if the writing's bad and the actor's good, then that sucks because they had potential. And
Mhm.
same thing for vice versa. If the writing's good and the actor's bad, well then that's just really, I feel like that's really just the actor's
Yeah.
fault. Um, and then both of those, that's how it determines the impact it leaves on like culture itself.
I can agree with that. It's just I want to add like relatable stuff like that, but like I don't know how to add it because like the one thing I can think of is obviously Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
because like because the one catchphrase I can think of like is like which like Miles like popularized a lot is like anyone can wear the mask,
Right.
and there's so many different versions of Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
which makes him iconic because like anyone could be like, oh, that's me. Especially in the first or in the second one, he's getting chased, right?
Yeah.
They have that one Spider-Man that like has like a wheelchair or something like that. Like there's like no matter what, there's always like a version out there
Mhm.
for you.
Right.
Like no matter what ethnicity, no matter what anything. So I think like that also makes a character iconic. That's also super specified because like I know a lot of things that are like super relatable but aren't iconic like at all. So
Yeah. I feel like the heroes that become iconic aren't just the ones we see on screen. They're the ones who transcend their films and series
oh definitely.
and who stick with us for like years or sometimes decades. And with the superhero genre consistently evolving, that definitely holds some sort of, impact. And again, iconicity, I really don't feel like it's just about being popular. It's about establishing that difference. And with new project on the horizon, I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah.
Like we've got Invincible season 3 and Captain America: Brave New World, which will introduce something hopefully entirely new.
I'm actually on the mix with season 3. It's Invincible.
Why do you say
Because
that?
I've heard the animation is like doo-doo water.
Really?
Like really bad. And like honestly, I kind of believe it because it's been a trend lately, especially with like especially studios like this when it comes to animating. A lot of animes have been like that coming out recently that people have been super psyched for, and like the animation is just and I don't know, it's just like a whole thing because the whole writers and everything, and like people are being pushed to their limits, like working constantly 8 hours a day or even longer than that, and just getting zero breaks. So it makes sense, but like I can see it happening, but I'm like, I'm gonna be super disappointed if it is. Because if it's really that bad, I'm not gonna be watching it.
Right, because I
Yeah.
mean, Invincible had 2 banger seasons.
But like, I could totally see it happening, which was making me like,
I mean, the writers for Invincible have like 7 or 8 seasons planned out.
oh, everything's always planned out. Spider-Man is supposed to get a 4th movie. It was planned out, never happened.
Yeah, well,
Things can happen.
Regardless, like I really hope. I mean, they even said that every episode for season 3 is supposed to feel like some major climactic event.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. That's just like this is something I've been hearing in the media. Like, take it with a grain of salt, but like, I can really see it happening though. Like, if it does happen, I won't be surprised. Is what I'm saying. But if it doesn't, then the better because I'm gonna be watching it and it'll take up my time. So
Let's talk about the cultural impact of superhero movies.
superhero movies.
Yeah. So, what about the cultural impact? Iconic superhero movies and shows change the way we view heroes, villains, and the entire superhero genre. Like they influence everything from mainstream media to everyday conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Take The Dark Knight again. It changed the way we saw superhero villains. Heath Ledger's Joker wasn't just a bad guy; he was an existential threat.
Yeah.
It gave us a deeper understanding of what it means to be a hero or a villain. You had people debating the themes of chaos and order. Like this was more than just like a good versus evil film.
Right.
And superhero stories at their best can be a reflection of society. They deal with big issues, identity,
Ethics and stuff like that.
morality. Morality. And the most iconic ones have a way of speaking to those larger truths. That's part of why they resonate so deeply. Like you were saying with like being able to relate to things. That's why Spider-Man's up there.
Yeah.
And I think this is where like Avengers Endgame, where Avengers 1 hits home as well. It's not just a movie about saving the world, it's about the personal stakes. Like in Avengers 1, when Phil Coulson dies, that's how they come together as the Avengers. And then in Endgame, obviously you have Thanos snapped half of all life, so then now they're banding back together on a much deeper level and with much more expense.
Yeah, more on the line.
Yeah. What do you have to say about the cultural impact?
Cultural impact. Cultural impact. I don't know what you mean by that, though. Like, cultural, like what? Like, worldwide?
Worldwide, or when it comes to just the superhero fandom?
It's, like, so tough. I don't know. I'm blanking out. Cultural impact. Cultural impact. Okay.
Or think of things that aren't even, like, strictly superheroes, like Transformers, or...
The fuck kind of cultural impact did Transformers have?
Michael Bay's movies. Even though they're not, like, I guess, like, Transformers lore accurate, it's still, like, its own precedented, like, way of filming, of film. It's its
own... okay.
Something that, like, changed the game.
Okay. Alright. Cultural impact. In movies or shows? Or just movies?
Either
Characters.
Or.
Cultural impact? Yeah, please take a sip. It's going to take a minute.
Daredevil, any of the Netflix shows. Squid Games.
I'm trying to think, like, what has make a big difference? Cultural impact. I think... I don't know. You provide an example. Or did you already go? Fuck. You talked about Batman.
Talked about The Dark Knight and Avengers Endgame. There's so much more than that.
I know there is. I just don't know. Fucking, I don't know. Cultural impact. I can't even think of, like, one thing where, like, one of these movies had a cultural impact.
Yeah, I mean, I guess audience definitely plays a role in that, and like environment. Like if you grew up in a household, it's like you were the only one that were interested in anything superhero. Then it's like it's hard for you to express that, or have an opinion on that.
Well, yeah, I was the only one with Spider-Man figures and fucking Captain America figures in my damn room and Batman. I swear to God, I was.
I mean, I have. I mean, like all my Lego sets and everything.
I used to have like. My mom told me this. I don't know. I don't recall it all. But I used to have like over 150 figurines of Spider-Man of like every costume. I had $29.99 Black Noir. You know who Big Time Spider-Man is? You probably don't even know who Big Time. Bro, I had Big Time. You know how much money that can go for? Like $200. Crazy for this fucking small ass figurine, bro.
I have So my dad used to be the general manager of the movie theater, right? He got his hands on the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 1 poster, the one with the Twin Towers and the lens.
Oh, really?
I think on eBay that's going for like $2,000.
Oh yeah, it has to be because it has the Twin Towers in it.
Yeah, I have that in my house, bro. There's that, and we have so many other posters. Like we have a Heath Ledger Joker poster. I think that's gotta be able
with the smile like on the thingy.
I think that's gotta go for something at least, whether it's just $60 or whatever. Yeah. It's gotta go for something.
Cultural effect.
I mean, it's good. You're good. If you don't have anything, that's fine.
Bro, no, it's just like such a hard topic to talk about. I don't know why. No, I can't think of anything.
Well, that's fine. It just really depends on the viewer.
No, yeah.
And the person I guess you're asking that question to. That's completely fine. So that was our second segment. That was our Iconicity Talk, where we talked about the definition of iconicity and what makes heroes and shows and films iconic. Right. Now we're going to move on to our third segment. For our third segment, we have something I like to call Soup Dates. So it's kind of like updates, but for the Supeologists Podcast, we're calling it Soup Dates. Right. This is the segment where we address any new news or updates, whether it's about the content, like movies and shows that we do, or if it's about, specifically the podcast stuff. First up, we're going to talk about Captain America Brave New World. We're starting to get more info about the film. We know Sam Wilson is officially taking up the mantle as Captain America.
Ooh, by the way, I was incorrect. His wings, or his new pair of wings, don't have, like, little feather-like shit. I saw the trailer.
Oh, yeah, no, I saw that this morning, and I was like, I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
I don't know where I got that from. It was supposed to be, like, some random TikTok I saw, like, at 2 in the morning. I don't know, but I was very incorrect. His suit looks amazing, though.
Which one, the blue one, or?
The white one. The one he wears at the end of the movie. Like, the one with the goggles.
So, the one...
Is that blue?
So... Like the one he wore at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier?
No. It's like, it was in the movie, I just don't know where.
It's blue. But like, he's like blue? Fighting Red Hulk?
I think so. He can like put it on and off. It's like, it looks like Wakanda, or like, what's that shit called?
Vibranium?
No, like, when like, the shit that Iron Man has. Fucking, like the material that his like armor is made out of.
Metal? Iron?
No. Like, nanobots.
Oh, nanotech?
Or nanotech, yeah. It looked like that.
No, so I do want to talk about that.
By the way, that scene looked very, very weird. Like the CGI looked weird.
I feel like that's just the trailer.
Maybe.
Effect. I think that's.
I hope to God.
I hope that's the effect because when they release trailers like that,
I saw that and I'm like, whoa, okay.
When they release trailers like that, they don't give us the full look,
right?
Because they want to spoil the movie.
Yeah,
so I hope that's what it is. Like for example, with Deadpool and Wolverine, when we see Deadpool and Wolverine jump into that portal to get out of the void. We don't know, in the trailer, we don't know where they are or where they're jumping to. We just see them jumping into the Doctor Strange portal. We don't know where that's from. So I feel like that's the kind of effect that this trailer is giving us for Brave New World. Speaking of Brave New World, when are you buying your tickets? Because I've already bought mine, and I think Glenn is, like, thinking about buying his because he doesn't know if he's still going to be here or not. I bought my tickets for the 13th.
Let's see. Is it on AMC?
Yeah. AMC, I think it's like probably like $20 total.
What?
That's like after taxes and convenience fee.
Bruh.
It's still like $17 a ticket.
The fuck? Why am I looking up fan event? What time?
I think I bought mine for 8:00.
Oh my God, people are actually buying this.
Yeah, I know. It's Captain America: Brave New World. It's the first Marvel movie.
I was gonna make like 2 weeks till I bought it, but I need to buy this.
Bro, are you stupid? Because this is the first Marvel movie we're getting of 2025, and last year the only Marvel thing that we got was
which seat did you buy?
Deadpool and Wolverine. Let me see. I bought.
Did you buy it in the corner?
These two in the corner.
For who? You and Alex?
Me and my girlfriend. Yeah, she's a Marvel fan.
You never told me that.
She's a Marvel nerd.
You never told me that.
She's gonna enjoy
I gotta sit there all quiet like.
No, you don't. Trust me, no, you don't.
Anyways, I'm lying. I'm trying to get a kick. I'm rage baiting. Fuck it, I'll buy it right now.
But yeah, so. Let's go!
Wait, which seat is yours? Oh, obviously the one.
Well, hers is gonna be
the one at the end of the end. Yeah, it would make sense.
Because one that's furthest away from you guys, and two.
Yeah, no shit. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, obviously it's that one.
That's the most centered to the screen.
Anyways, continuing on. What about the movie?
Oh yeah, so we know that Sam Wilson is officially taking up the mantle of Captain America, and we're also seeing some major characters return, including the leader from...
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, and we also get Giancarlo Esposito as well in there. I forget what his... Let's go! I forget what his character's name is, but it's definitely an interesting movie. Damn, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so what you were talking about with his wings, with it being nanotech, You know what it is? It's vibranium. You know how
That's what I thought.
You know how Black Panther's suit, whenever he got hit, all that.
Yeah, it has kinetic energy, right? I saw the purple shit.
That's exactly what that is, bro.
I was like,
no
way. Yeah, I was like, all right, vibranium. That's pretty cool. I don't know, but like his color, like what is his suit color? Like white, red, and blue.
Well, his new suit in the movie is predominantly. It's mostly blue.
Yeah, right. I don't know. It just looks weird. The purple. Like, I know it has to be purple because of vibranium and whatnot, but I was like, ooh. That's the only reason why I caught it, because it, like, was so highlighted that it had to connect. And I was just like, whoa, okay. Vibranium looks a little weird, but it's fun. Cool. But yeah.
Yeah, so what are you expecting from Brave New World? Like, what do you
I'm expecting introductions, but not too many introductions.
Because
they're
you're expecting for us to see more Captain America and then, like, getting some more out of it. Like, leaving us with more.
I don't know, fucking a little hint, like, for, like, what's to come. Like, because of Fantastic Four, Secret Wars is coming up, so they have to introduce new heroes.
Right.
And by the way they're making these new movies, I don't want it to be by shows, because that'll be stupid. Because I don't even watch the shows half the time unless this motherfucker tells me to. So, like, I won't even know what's going on unless I watch the movie, and I want to have, like, at least someone be like, "Oh, give me the character name." Like, their like actual name. Like, Daredevil's name is what's his name?
Matt Murdock.
Yeah, Matt Murdock. Stuff like that, like little stuff like that. It's like, oh, this is da 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 da, and then you're like, oh, like stuff like that or something like that. I don't want to have to watch some random ass show, watch 12 episodes. At the end of it, you get to see, oh, by the way, this is whoever's been helping you on the comms. They're like, oh, look, it's this guy from the comics. No, don't do that.
So
put it in the movie or something.
Yeah,
but I don't want to see too many of it.
Right,
I don't want to see like 6 characters at once.
Right. You don't want to have to like watch a whole season just to get to like the cool,
the meaty,
interesting.
Yeah,
I get that.
Doing that.
That's what I was saying earlier. Is that like last year the only event or like movie that we got from Marvel was Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah.
So Brave New World is the first one we're getting of 2025. It's gonna set up for pretty much the next 2 years.
Like, even like little hints, like he pulls out his phone and you can see like a contact, like Ironheart or an email, something like that. Like little nods or like show you like this is coming. Yeah, this is gonna be a plane importance later on. I don't know.
Yeah, like little Easter eggs and hints, foreshadowing more to
like
come.
It doesn't have to be like explicit or obvious. Like, you don't have to like, oh, this is this, by the way. Like, just little secret Easter eggs like that will also be cool.
Yeah, the implications of Brave New World are huge for the MCU.
Yeah.
It's setting up the next phase, but also it's dealing with some important themes about
that's
legacy.
Going on like right now, yeah.
Yeah, about legacy and identity. Over the next couple weeks, our episodes are going to be review episodes. So if you guys are interested in that and seeing our reactions to Brave New World and Invincible Season 3 and more what's to come, make sure you follow and subscribe to our socials linked below so that you don't miss out. Speaking of which, we've got Invincible Season 3 and Captain America Brave New World reviews. I think those are like the next 2 episodes.
Yeah, at least for the like February, expect Invincible, especially Invincible. Yeah. I think the beginning of February will be Invincible. I think, yeah, and then that's all right because it comes out like the 3rd
February
or the 7th,
6th.
the 6th. Yeah, and that's way before the Brave New World movie. So. We'll have ample amount of time to record that, and then we watch the movie.
Yeah, and then we've also got Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man coming out January 29th.
We did get a new trailer, I think.
We did get we got multiple new looks. Yeah. I don't want to do a review of that until it's all over.
What you mean?
So the way that
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the show.
Yeah, the way that they're releasing episodes every Wednesday, but it's like 3 episodes at a time.
That's tough.
Yeah.
What is it going to be long then? Like, it's going to be like 12? No, it can't be.
It's like 10, I think.
10?
9 or 10 Wednesday? Episodes.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to do a review or talk about that until it's all done.
Okay.
Because as Spider-Man nerds, I'd rather get the whole entirety of it.
I saw they had Venom though, which is
I saw they had a lot.
And I don't like the look of Doctor Strange, but he looks very comic book like accurate.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
he looks very very comic book accurate, but like I don't like a lot of the comic book accurate looking.
Yeah, let's speak up a little bit.
I don't like a lot of the comic book accurate looking characters, but like it makes sense, so it's cool. Whatever. Venom, I think he sent me a reel. This guy, and it was like we're taking new twists on characters. I'm like, ooh. I don't like to hear that at all.
It's because it's going to be a different universe of Spider-Man.
I guess.
It's a different take on Spider-Man.
I don't mind the way Peter Parker looks, because like it's supposed to be comic book looking accurate, whatnot. I don't really care. But it's just like, I don't even know who that character was like who's like bonded with Venom. I don't know who that is. I don't even know if that is Venom, but it looks very similar to Venom. I have no idea who that is. I try to guess. I bet if I really looked into it, I could figure it out. But
I think it's Craven.
That's what I thought too. But like it looked like bug jaws. So I was thinking like I don't remember. I know he was in Ultimate Spider-Man, but I don't remember him being that big. I think it was like some insect or bug or something like that. But it had like little bug like teeth like antler teeth, and I'm like that can't be Craven.
Beetle?
No, I think that's what it was.
I think it's Craven because he's got like the main
the
furry
whole
jacket.
Yeah. That's what I thought too. But I'm like I don't know. It could be something else. One thing I did notice: the spider is still alive.
Yes,
Sydney Moon.
Bit, yeah.
I don't know. The girl he was talking to was not Sydney Moon. She was Asian, so
I forgot what she said her name was.
I don't know. I don't know either. It was some weird ass name. She's like, I didn't choose my name, and then people started like passing out or some shit like that.
I don't remember them saying a name. Maybe that was on purpose. Maybe it's because that's
no. She did say her name. It was like some weird name. It started with like a K. Oh, yeah, because I was looking at her as I was seeing the spider because I didn't know if it bit him or not, and I'm like, oh, is it gonna travel to her or something? But then she said something because I was like expecting, oh, my name is Sydney Moon, but she never said it. She said like, cause it started like the K or something like that, and then like he had his whole like exaggerate thing, and he was like, oh, I think so, and he passed out, whatever. But that's the one thing I did notice is that the spider is still alive after he bit him, and the spider's like fucking around doing I don't know what. So that opens up a whole branch of new like stuff that's going on, because the spider wreaks havoc if it's still alive. So right. A bunch of stuff will happen.
Yeah. I don't know how I have mixed feelings about this because it's Spider-Man, so I'm gonna be excited about it. But they're changing a whole lot.
No, yeah, that's what I'm
and
like also.
The animation for it, now that I've seen more of it, it looks weird. Like those like AI generated like photos?
I saw people were saying that it looks AI generated.
Like, it doesn't look like that.
Which I won't be surprised if they say like, oh yeah, we AI'd some of it, because I'm like, I guess it helps.
It looks like a comic book panel, but it looks like it's reaching like it like comes into 3D. That's what it looks. It looks like a 3D comic book.
I think that's what they're trying to go for.
Right, but it looks.
But it doesn't really work.
Yeah,
that well.
The animation looks weird.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the clips that we've gotten. But
maybe
it just looks weird to me. It looks weird.
It looks a little funky.
Yeah,
but
yeah, no, I don't have the bar set too high just because I don't want to go into it with too many high hopes and then end up getting disappointed.
But I do. I'm a big Spider-Man fan.
Right.
So if they fuck it up, we're going to have some fucking issues. All
right? For those of you that are new to the show, the way we do our reviews is we have our review episode split kind of in half, where we have the first half as like our predictions and what we think is going to go, and what we think is going to happen, our thoughts going into seeing the movie or show. And then the second half, we do a non-spoiler review, and then spoiler review, and then, get all of our opinions out.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys definitely stay tuned for those. Those will definitely be quite interesting. Moving on to Invincible Season 3. It's almost here. We're seeing... Close. Yeah, as of filming this, it is, 28th? 2 weeks.
January? What is it, 7th? 25th. I was 3 days off.
Anyway, so yeah, we're seeing more of Mark Grayson's journey, and things are getting darker. Some news about this next season. On February 6th, the release date of the season, they're releasing the first 3 episodes. We will be doing our first review on the first 3 episodes. And then we'll do another recap and review episode after the season ends. So expect that as well. We know that for this season there will be no mid-season break, so it's not going to stop in the middle and then wait 4 months.
4 months. Yeah, that was, oh my god.
That was annoying.
Yeah.
This is one continuous season. Again, much different from season 2.
Yeah.
The writers for the show said they intend for each episode to feel like a major climactic event. So that's something to look forward to. Maybe hinting towards the Invincible War, although I do think that's kind of confirmed.
Yeah, no, they teased a lot of the voice actors, and people are getting really, really hyped. Because the casting that they made were really... Have you not seen it?
It's not the same... It's not Steven Yeun for the Invincible War. It's not the same.
like casting for new characters.
Yeah, no, I've got that.
Yeah.
I've got that in here as well. We'll get to that in just a second.
People are getting really hyped because they're adding certain characters which contribute to the Invincible War and whatnot. Yeah.
Right, are contributing.
Yeah.
Extra
So I'm
actors,
pretty
yeah,
sure if it's not gonna start by the middle of it, then it's gonna start by the end of it.
Right.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I'd rather have the Invincible War start at the end and
I'd rather have it start like the second to last episode.
Right.
Yeah.
This way, we get that for season 4.
Yeah.
Because I want
And
a whole season dedicated to that.
Yeah. Just so we can see what kind of to be expected and whatnot.
Mhm.
What we're gonna see.
We also see clips of the Guardians of the Globe fighting new enemies. We see Invincible in the new black and blue suit, and we see that Oliver has grown and taken an interest in the superhero game. I love the colors of the new Invincible suit, the black and blue. It's comic accurate, and the design for it's also comic accurate. It's just, I've seen like fan art for the black and blue suit, and it looks so much better than the actual design.
Yeah.
Because the actual design is like, it like cuts off at the waist,
Yeah.
and the waist below until like the shins is
And
where it's blue.
I know the blue is like a bit lighter. I don't know, but it's a very different, significant blue than the one in the comics.
I don't care.
I care because I read it. So
I don't care
but,
that much
yeah.
about the difference in shades of blue.
no, yeah, but
if it was like I don't know, like that blue on the blanket right there. If it was like a
that'd be
baby
baby
sky
blue,
blue,
yeah.
that would piss me off.
Yeah.
But no, it doesn't bother me that much. I don't think it's that much of a change for me. But I do wish it was a different design. Like I wish it wasn't the pants that were blue. I wish it was like just like the shoes and like the shins that were still blue. I don't really like the design for it, but I do think it's sick that we're actually finally getting that suit. And speaking of suits and iconicity, at the beginning of the series, when Mark was thinking of a design for a suit, he wanted something iconic. What a coincidence, eh? But yeah, we get some new looks at characters and their voice actors. I'm not sure if I want to get into that just yet. I think I want to save that for Invincible for you. I
know they're all super cool though.
We know that the voice actors are known people, actors. But I don't want to get into that. I want to get into that when we do the Invincible review.
I think some other people were like really hyped for it was
Yeah, so you know how I just said I didn't want to get into it?
No, but I just wanted to talk about one character. I forgot who it was. It's like the sibling of the Multiplicity girl.
Yeah, so Duplicate's brother is Multipole.
Yeah. I saw that, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, we also see him in season 2.
Isn't he like behind a jail cell or something like that? Yeah. That's why I want to bring it up because it's not new. He's already there.
You want this finger in your butt so bad, bro. Yeah, so that's going to do it for our Soup Dates segment. For our fourth segment, we have a bracket. This is a Iconicity bracket, and a bracket is going to be probably the last bit. Actually, let me reword this.
Okay.
Hit pause, rewind. For our fourth segment, we have a bracket. This is going to be the last segment of the episode. And with this segment, our bracket segment, we have to decide the winner of each round in this bracket to announce them the most of whatever the topic is. And the topic for this bracket is iconicity. So we are deciding the winner of each round and who is going to be the champion of the, iconicity bracket, as if it were. In this segment, I've created a superhero bracket where we put different superheroes against each other, but instead of basing the winner on their powers or abilities, we're deciding who moves on based on their iconicity. For example, a character like Spider-Man might win against another superhero in the first round because he's one of the most recognizable and iconic characters of all time. And as we move through the bracket, we'll keep choosing the hero who is the most iconic. Heads up, this is a ChatGPT bracket. So...
Are you going to tell me characters I don't even fucking know?
No, you'll know all of them. I made sure of that.
Okay.
Shit, where'd I put it?
No fucking
way. I think I put it in your butt. You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
For round 1, we've got Superman.
Please don't say Batman.
And the Flash.
The Flash. Like in movies or like...
Iconicity. So we're
The
talking about.
Flash. You be so dead ass right now.
I'm being so Superman. Superman is one of the most iconic characters of all time.
I feel like the Flash has more iconic moments. His whole personality is about being iconic. Actually, what are you stressing out over? Like, I'm in the right.
My God.
I'm in the right.
Oh my God! No. Yes. The Flash is a cooler character. Just because there's more. I guess there's fancier and cooler lore to him. But Superman is. When you think of the face of DC, it's either Batman or Superman. It's not the Flash. The Flash is cool nonetheless. The Flash is a great character, but Superman is when it comes in terms of iconicity, it's Superman.
I don't believe you for a second.
What kind of argument is there to Superman over the Flash?
Everything.
Like what?
Everything.
Yeah, be specific.
Flash has more shows, more movies, more everything. Everything about him is just.
He has. The Flash has a shit show. And then he has the 90s show, which I'll give some credit to, and then he has the Grant Gustin show, which was also shit until like post season 3.
But like the Superman show wasn't that great. Let's start out by that. It was okay.
Superman what? Clark and Lois? Superman and Lois?
Yes.
That is actually a great family show.
I'll give
you the Flash.
Fucking
I'll give you
action.
Grant Gustin's Flash seasons 1 through 3.
The movies, the animated movies, anything animated he's in, he's always way better than Superman by a landslide.
Okay, if you
in Justice, he saves the whole movie because he ran back in time.
Injustice?
I
haven't. If you're talking about the Flash, I haven't seen Injustice at all.
No.
But if you're talking about the New 52 DC AMU movies where he resets, he starts and ends it. Yes, sure. Yes, in animation.
The only iconic moment I can think of Superman in a like media outlet, like in movies or shows, is that when Flash was running around and motherfucker went. That's the only thing I can think of.
The Flash might be favored, but he is not an iconic person.
Yes, he is.
He is not as iconic as Superman.
Yes, no. What are you searching on your phone for? What do you mean? Like, there's nothing to argue about. Like, it's clearly Flash. I don't know why he's getting so, like, aroused.
Because you're actually the dumbest fucking person.
No, I'm not. Bro, I'm setting up a poll. Someone set up a poll who actually has followers.
I will gladly set up a poll.
Someone set up a poll who has followers or some bullshit. Please. Hold on, no, I'll record this on Instagram and post it.
Superman, one of the most iconic characters in comic book history.
You can say the same thing about Flash if you look him up on Google.
You know what I searched? You know what I searched?
So bad he can't even say shit right.
You know what I searched? I searched up who's more iconic, Superman or the Flash. And it starts off with Superman, one of the most iconic characters in comic book history.
So is the Flash.
The Flash. So you have the base superheroes of DC. It's Superman, Batman, Flash, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, whatever.
Right.
Notice how I started that list out with Superman.
Okay, look, listen. I can end the Justice League. Flash, Batman, you said the same shit. That doesn't help at all.
Not even that, but Superman starts the whole DC universe. You're talking about points from animated. If you take any of the live action Superman movies, that trumps the animated versions of the Flash.
Cap.
Oh my god.
Cap.
Oh my god. Flashpoint Paradox is the only thing I'll ever give you. Flashpoint Paradox is the only thing I'll ever give you.
I just think it's better.
Anything other than that of the Flash is weak compared to Christopher Reeves or Henry Cavill.
It's better.
Oh my god! And then you have Brandon Routh as Superman as well. Superman Returns. All those movies are so good.
Flash is more iconic.
When was last? Have you even seen any of those movies?
Fuck no.
So you have no fucking opinion. You have no opinion on.
It doesn't matter anyways because Flash is more iconic.
Flash is not more iconic.
Yes,
Flash is a cool
I'll say next one.
Oh my god!
The next one.
I'm putting Superman through.
What? What are you talking about? That's crazy.
Either one of these is losing to the next round.
No, hold on.
Either one of these is
I'm
losing
gonna
to the
call
next
people. No, I'm calling Alex. If you say Superman, I'm hanging up immediately. Who's gonna call random people and ask? Alex, I have a question for you, bro.
Yep.
Who is more iconic, Superman or Flash?
Ooh, big chungus Riz. I'm gonna say Superman.
Boom! Boom! Eat,
Now let's call someone
eat
else.
my foreskin, bro. Oh my gosh. You suck!
Flash is more iconic.
Oh my
Flash is more iconic. The Flash is
You're
more
an
iconic.
idiot!
The Flash is more iconic.
You're an idiot!
The Flash is just way
The
cooler.
Flash is cooler, and
Way
he has
cooler.
exactly. Okay, cool.
He's more iconic.
He's got
more
cooler
iconic.
projects and whatever. But when it
He's
comes to
more iconic.
iconicity, what this bracket's about, I'm giving it to Superman every day of the week, bro.
It's the Flash. Whatever. Put the Superman. I don't care.
Either way,
Flash more iconic.
these are both losing to the next round, because the next round is Spider-Man or Iron Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man 100%. Batman or Green Lantern.
Batman.
Batman. Yep.
Fuck people. Green Lantern gets like dogged on even in the animated shows. Like
yeah.
it's so funny.
Wonder Woman or Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Yeah, I'll give that to you. I think that's true as well. Captain America or Thor. I don't know why it's taking this long.
Captain America.
Okay, thank you. Hulk or Aquaman.
Hulk. Is that even a fucking question?
Yeah, I'll give that. Yeah. Deadpool or Green Arrow.
Deadpool. What the fuck?
Absolutely.
What the fuck? Green Arrow doesn't even hold a fucking feather to Hawkeye. Are we serious?
Now, this one, I'm just genuinely curious as to what your answer is. Homelander or Invincible? Think about it, because they both have their own comics.
Homelander. Homelander's well known. He's more known than Invincible is.
I'll give that.
And he has more. And his show came out before, right? Came out before Invincible.
Show?
The Boys.
I think so.
Yeah, it came out way before. He just has more publicity, basically. Like because of the show came out, people started reading the comics. Like I had read the comics before the show was even talked about.
Well, then you can also say that for Invincible, and they also.
Yeah,
Ever since
but
Invincible came out, no one really knew anything about.
No one
Invincible.
knew at all. No one knew at all until the show came out, and then. But I had read Invincible way before the show came out. But in terms like Invincible is way better by a whole landslide. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But like Homelander, like the Boys just came out first. That's the only advantage it has.
Yeah, I think in terms of iconicity and making that impact, I think the Boys definitely left a mark.
Yeah.
That doesn't I wouldn't say shines brighter, but that stands out.
Yeah, and they definitely gave the whole aspect of like superheroes not being so hero.
Right. Yeah. That's a great perspective on. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So that whole perspective like really changed everything.
Yeah.
That's what I would say is culturally effective. The Boys. Yeah. After like 3 segments later.
All right. So now we've got the second round. Superman or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Just because he is your fan favorite, yes.
No.
But they are both in that conversation. For most iconic comic book characters of all time,
I guess.
I would say those are the top 2.
I guess, but I feel like more people would know who Superman. No. I feel like actually? That's kind of tough actually, yeah.
Cuz those are like the faces of both their universes. Superman is DC, and then I feel like Spider-Man is just well known and is pretty much
I think it's
one
just
of the bigger
I think
faces.
just Spider-Man's just more iconic because of like the whole like relevancy and relatability and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give that to Spider-Man as well.
He just has bigger media. Like if they did more Superman, I feel like he'd win.
Next we've got Batman or Black Panther.
You said Batman or Black Panther? Batman.
Yeah. Captain America, the Hulk.
Captain America.
Yeah. Deadpool or Homelander.
Deadpool.
Yeah. Our third group. We've got Spider-Man or Batman.
You already know my answer.
Yeah. The thing is, like, that's just Spider-Man wins that argument just purely because of iconicity.
Yeah. Batman's cool and all. He's just like, I don't know. I feel like Spider-Man has more trauma to relate to.
Yeah.
But even then, I guess Batman has, but he just lost his parents.
Batman just has like a deeper lore.
Yeah.
Whereas
No.
Batman's lore goes beyond just Batman. Spider-Man is like strictly like strictly Spider-Man and Spider people.
It goes into himself too.
Well, yeah,
Like
that's not what exactly. That's what I'm saying. But like with Batman, it's beyond Batman or Bruce Wayne. It extends to other people as well.
Oh yeah, same thing with Spider-Man. You can say the same thing.
Okay, what besides other Spider-Man people? Who does it expand to?
Mary Jane, fucking his aunt.
Okay, Mary Jane has her own comic book.
Oh, I don't know what you meant by that. Like lore wise, like
yes, exactly.
I thought you meant like
hence why I said
I thought you meant like
its lore expands beyond just the main character.
I thought you meant like how him being this person impacts other people in his like whole comic stuff. I thought that was what you meant. But like if you're putting it like that, yeah, Batman.
I mean, I'd still say Spider-Man is an overall more iconic character. And then Captain America or Deadpool.
Deadpool. Well,
no, it's definitely Deadpool.
You think so?
It's definitely Deadpool.
Like right now?
What do you mean by right now?
Like we're talking like right now, like at this moment, or we're talking about like I don't know. If this was like
history of Captain America or history of Deadpool.
Okay, then probably Deadpool. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Why would you say Captain America?
Because like if we were like in 2010, I'd say Captain America.
Why would you say Captain America?
Because Deadpool, no one even knew about Deadpool in like 2010.
Deadpool had his own video games,
and people didn't even play it that much. Deadpool was not that relevant back then.
How many video games did Captain America have back then?
0. Yeah, but like but like just because you have a video game doesn't mean anything. Like, fucking, I don't know who else has a video game. I don't know, but like, I don't know. It's just in terms of relevancy.
It's honestly upsetting that Superman got knocked out in the second round. But I guess to determine who's the most iconic character of all time for this bracket specifically, Spider-Man or Deadpool. Because I know you're a nerd for both.
It's hard. That's tough.
I'm already writing down the answer.
Deadpool.
That was not what I put.
I'd say Deadpool.
Can you explain as to why? I'm not disagreeing with you.
Because Deadpool,
I disagree with you a little bit, but
because he's so stupid, he branches out into everything else.
That's the worst way to.
Yeah.
That's the worst way.
Like we're talking. Are we talking just movie? If we're talking just movies,
no.
We're talking comics and everything.
We're talking about the character in general. It's
Deadpool.
overall
Deadpool is
iconicity.
in way more things than Spider-Man is. Deadpool had his. Actually, no, he didn't have his first game. Deadpool was in like a bunch of the X-Men animations. Deadpool was Deadpool before even Deadpool was Deadpool. He was in the movie. Ryan Reynolds played him. Wade Wilson.
X-Men Wolverine Origin or Wolverine.
Yeah, Origins. He was Deadpool, and then they fucked him up and they brought him back. Was that the same movie? Or was it a different movie?
What do
when
you
they
mean?
brought him back and his whole mouth was like taped or sewn together.
Yeah, it's the same movie.
It's the same movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. They added him there. Fuck, in comics, Deadpool was the first one to interact with the Venom symbiote. That was pretty iconic. You don't know about that? I know about
There's
that.
no fucking way he was the
That's
first
why
one.
Venom has regenerative abilities.
When the hell did he...
Swear to God! Swear to
I'm not
God.
saying you're wrong, but I
swear to
don't...
God.
I have never heard that before, so I'm asking
longer.
you.
They probably retconned it by now, but yeah. He was the first one to ever bond with the symbiote.
Okay, well, I'm asking you when and how. You're saying that happened. That's
It
like
did
saying...
happen.
That's like saying
I can look it
I
up.
fricked your mom last night. I could say that, but I don't have any proof as to that. Like, can you elaborate? Like, what was that storyline?
Was it storyline? I don't remember, but like it happened. I just remember it happening.
Because what I know about Venom is that when he was first introduced to me, it was on Battleworld when Spider-Man first encountered the symbiote.
Oh, that's different.
I know that's why I'm asking you. Like, I don't know like what this story is that you're talking about. Like, I'm not saying you're wrong. I genuinely don't know what you're talking about.
There's like different there's like, because obviously there's different interpretations of Venom and like how he was introduced and whatnot, because Well, I mean, if you want to read that,
What does
you
it say?
can. But like, because there's different ways Venom was created or like made. Because at some point he was just the suit, yeah, or he was an alien, and then they made him like a science experiment, like he was some like thing grown in the lab or fucking whatnot. There's like different variations of him, but yeah, there is a point in time where like in a different version of Venom, he was the first one that interacted with the symbiote, and that's why that's why Venom is so crazy and has regenerative abilities.
So it's a different.
Yeah, it's a different like whole thing. It's like a whole thing in itself.
So it's a different like universe. It's not like the 616.
No, it's not.
Okay,
No, not
okay.
616.
So that's what I'm talking about. Like,
But it was iconic though, and then
it's its own storyline. It's its own separate.
but no,
storyline.
it went with like it ran with it with some things, and they retconned it to make it more simpler, so people wouldn't be like, "What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense." So they just made it with like, yeah, he just came from like whatever. And he's just like crazy and whatnot.
From Marvel.com, it says, "How did Deadpool become Venompool? Across different alternate realities, Deadpool merges with the Venom symbiote, transforming into Venompool."
That's different.
And then it says,
No, yeah. Actually, I don't fucking remember.
and
but
then
yeah,
some jit on TikTok. Did Deadpool wear the symbiote first? Deadpool's Secret Wars, revealing Venom symbiote's first host, uncovered Deadpool's involvement in the original Secret Wars, where he becomes the first host of the Venom symbiote.
something like that. I don't know. Let me see.
I'm not trusting a TikTok source. Bro.
I'm not talking about TikTok.
And
it
then
was something else.
Then on Marvel fandom, it says, "Why did Venom detach from Deadpool?" However, the symbiote's growing rage towards Spider-Man led it to having a fallout with Deadpool.
That's after.
Okay. Right, that's after. But that's 616.
And then
That's a 616 symbiote.
probably
So
that's way after.
That's probably way, yeah. That's probably
It's
way,
way after. And then there was the time where the time where he
Damn, this is awful.
fuck, I can't remember the time he why can't I think of the name? I don't know. The time he was there with the hybrid, the symbiote. He had a hybrid symbiote. He joined together with hybrid, and he had like a little fucking symbiote dog. And then, bro, he's so iconic. He's in Japan, or like people in North Korea like him a lot. Actually, it's pretty weird. He's in anime now. I swear to God, I swear to God, I don't know. He's just like fucking iconic as hell. He has hold on. He has a whole anime about him about like samurai bullshit. I don't fucking know. I didn't read that shit. But like they're making more stuff about him. He what else? I don't know. Do I have to keep going? Deadpool is more iconic. He's more iconic. He has way more stuff. I would say you probably can't say the same because you don't know much about Deadpool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. When you make that point in and of itself, I don't know what you're talking about. So right. I can't really.
That's what I'm saying.
Really
so it doesn't really help, but like he has a lot of stuff that goes on. That he's done a lot. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, in a retcon introduced.
Yeah, in a retcon.
In Deadpool Black and Black 2016, it was revealed that Deadpool actually bonded with the Venom symbiote before Spider-Man did. This storyline adds a chaotic and hilarious twist to the lore of both characters. So, when we initially got Secret Wars and how the Venom symbiote was first introduced, that whole storyline was first. That came first. Yeah. And then...
They retconned it. That's why I kept saying that. Or something like that.
In 2016, that's not that long ago.
Right.
Then they introduced the comic book Deadpool Black and Black, where Deadpool bonds with the symbiote.
First.
Right. But that storyline in and of itself is way after.
But that's what I'm saying. But people change things all the time, so it's probably like not even true anymore or something like that. But I was just saying, like, it made a pretty big impact. We were like, well, what the fuck? And then they changed it back because, like, I don't know.
Okay, this is what it says. The story in brief: the comic is set during a time when Spider-Man had rejected the Venom symbiote after the events of Secret Wars, and the symbiote was searching for a new host. It found Deadpool, and the two bonded briefly. True to Deadpool's nature, their time together was filled with over-the-top violence, humor, and absurdity. Deadpool, however, realized that the symbiote was influencing his already unstable mind and behavior, making him even more dangerous. Feeling guilty, Deadpool rejected the symbiote and encouraged it to seek someone more suitable. Eventually, the symbiote went on to bond with Spider-Man, leading to the iconic black suit. Impact on lore. This retcon doesn't change the core Venom storyline, but adds a humorous layer to the symbiote's history. It fits Deadpool's style of storytelling, where events are often exaggerated or portrayed in ways that don't always align.
Oh, and he fought Carnage. I forgot about that.
So, technically, yes, Deadpool encountered the Venom symbiote first, thanks to retroactive continuity.
So I was right.
I never said you were wrong. I just had never heard that before. So that's why I'm like...
If you're a nerd like me, you would know.
I mean, I'd like to see this. I like to read this, but I mean, I wouldn't want it to like impact what I already know about.
Oh no, yeah, that's why they retcon. No, because it was going to, and then they were like, then fans got mad. And they're like, why is this a thing?
Yeah.
And they're just like, okay, she's a silly little comic now. Keep your panties in a bunch.
It's supposed to. It was intended to be more of a fun, tongue-in-cheek edition.
But people didn't take it that way once they realized it, and they were like, all right, bye. So they had to change it and retcon it and whatnot. He fought Carnage. He even in like the whole Wolverine aspect, they go way back because they're supposed to be like Deadpool thinks he's his rival, but he doesn't because Wolverine's like worried about other important shit half the time. I don't know. He just pops up everywhere, like because he's such a fourth like crazy character, and he can like break every wall imaginable. He just pops up wherever the fuck he wants. So yeah, I think Deadpool's more iconic.
Right now we're at an hour and like 15. Let's do another one real quick.
Another bracket.
Another bracket.
Okay. Did you put Deadpool or you put Spider-Man?
I put Deadpool.
Okay.
But yeah, so let's go ahead and do another bracket. First one we're gonna do Daredevil or Punisher.
I think Punisher is more iconic.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just like
I feel like I would give it. Me personally, I'd give it to Daredevil just because when it comes to iconicity, Daredevil definitely stands out more than Punisher does.
Yeah, but I know in a lot of comics he has a lot of like crazy things that goes on with him, especially with his trauma and whatnot. But I don't know. I can't say much because I don't know much about either character.
We're definitely, or at least I'm definitely Daredevil biased just because I know more of Daredevil. But I feel like that also leads into what makes a something iconic.
Yeah, but from what I've seen when like I've been growing up and what I've seen more of the Punisher than I have the Daredevil. So that's why I'm saying Daredevil's more or Punisher's more iconic. But
I think I'm gonna give it to Daredevil.
I think it would be more reasonable to give it to Daredevil.
Okay. This one's just lazy. Doctor Strange or Green Arrow?
Doctor Strange.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't care if you said either or.
I don't know. I feel like this Doctor Strange is more going for him.
I'm interested in your answer on this one. Joker or Loki? Specifically. Joker. Okay. Well, either way, the answer's gonna say the same. Specifically, Heath Ledger versus Tom Hiddleston.
Joker.
Yeah.
Joker.
Okay. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Wolverine or the Flash?
Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman or Grant Gustin? That just changed your answer, didn't it? Well, you said Wolverine to begin with?
Yeah.
Okay, then never mind. Yeah. Fuck, yeah.
Yeah. Wolverine comic, everything has way more iconicity than fucking the Flash.
I mean, I don't know. Grant Gustin... The reason why I thought you were going to say the Flash is not only because you thought the Flash was more iconic than Superman, but because he's not. Grant Gustin made such an impact on the Flash character for live action. That's why
action, yeah.
I thought that's why you were going to make the argument that it was the Flash.
Even then, even if I don't know. But even then, I'd still give it to Wolverine. Because like his whole movies and everything are great. The X-Men and whatnot. And the comics are way better, in my opinion. Or I don't know if I haven't read them. But from what I've seen, they're way better. And there's way more lore than Flash has. And all that X-Men stuff and whatnot.
This next one, you can make the argument for either one. Because they each are, higher. They each stand out in their own categories. So you can make the argument for either one. John Wick or Iron Fist?
What in the fuck? Why John Wick out of nowhere?
I don't know. But just because I was interested in seeing
John Wick.
John Wick? You said John Wick? Okay. Can you explain why you would choose John Wick over Iron Fist?
He has more media.
You think so?
Yes. By landslide. Iron Fist's first show ended up being a flop.
Well, I mean, that's just it's live action shows,
Yeah, I know.
live action appearances. But like, what about like beyond that? I guess you can't really. That's what I'm saying. You can't make that argument for John Wick because he doesn't have
he doesn't
anything
really have
beyond.
that many comics or
So
anything.
I guess you would have to compare. It's.
He's in Fortnite. John Wick.
So is Iron Fist.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's got. I'm pretty sure he's.
No, he's not.
Why would
no,
he
he's not.
Why would Iron Fist not have his?
No,
own,
he's not.
Why would Iron Fist not have his own Fortnite skin, bro?
No, he doesn't. You can make Iron Fist, but he's not in it. John Wick. He's in Fortnite. Next question. He's more iconic just because he's in Fortnite. Yeah, it isn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'd say his popularity definitely skyrocketed because of Marvel Rivals. Iron Fist, in my opinion, is a very underrated character, which needs to be fixed. And they tried to, but they made that shit show of a show. So, but I think
What fucking Iron Fist is this in Marvel Rivals, though?
it's a different one. It's the Chinese one, not the actual one, not like or the first one.
So this is the first Iron Fist.
This is the second one, I think.
Who the fuck is this person then?
He's a I don't remember first Iron Fist because the first Iron Fist. Do you know his name? Like of the one that pops up in most media.
Danny Rand?
Danny Rand. Yeah, it's
That's
not
the
him.
first one?
Yeah, that's the first Iron Fist. I think.
No, because the Iron Fist
Yeah.
is a mantle in its own.
Yeah, but he's like the first one that took it. Yeah. Wait,
There's no way.
hold on. Yeah, it was Danny. Danny was the first Iron Fist,
Lin Lai is the current Iron Fist.
which is probably in Marvel Rivals.
That's the Marvel Rivals one.
Yeah, but
Successor
that's not,
of Danny Rand.
Yeah, that's not the first one. Yeah, that's the one in Marvel Rivals. Yeah, and he and he
Orson Randall was the Iron Fist that fought during World War II. He was part of a team called the Freedom Five, and he led another called Confederates of the Curious. Orson also became a father figure to Wendell Rand, which is Danny Rand's father. I knew Danny Rand wasn't the first one because his whole
I don't know.
story is
Yeah,
because
I know he's a very well known one. But I know he was
he's like when you think Iron Fist, he's who
like
you
the
think of.
first one. I'd like to say first, but like you could say the other one is first by like but like
Well, no, he's definitely not the first.
No,
He's
yeah.
just, I guess, the first to go outside of
yeah,
Kung Lan.
Yeah.
He's the first worldwide Iron Fist.
Yeah.
So, what we're giving that to John Wick?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you could make the argument for either one. Just
Yeah, I
based
don't know
on
how
what
the fuck did the whole Iron Fist topic was brought up again. I don't even remember.
Daredevil or round 2, Daredevil, Doctor Strange.
Daredevil.
Okay. Heath Ledger or Hugh Jackman?
Heath Ledger. It's not even a debate. Sorry, Hugh Jackman.
John Wick. Oh wait, no. Wait, actually, hang on. We're not even done with round 1 yet. Spider-Gwen or Batgirl?
What do you say?
I could make the argument for either one.
Spider-Gwen. There's no way.
Shazam or Hawkeye?
Shazam.
Okay.
That one's so weird.
Miles
Shazam or
Morales
Hawkeye?
or Mr. Fantastic?
Miles Morales.
Really?
Yep, by a mile.
How by a mile? I feel like it would be closer.
I don't
Because
think a lot
Mr.
of people-
Fantastic's the first... You know Stan Lee, the first character
Yes.
was the Fantastic
Yes.
Four.
Yes, but
And-
that was like in fucking 19 what?
Okay, but that he was initially initially the start of Marvel.
Yeah, I know. But like
And he's got his own lore. I mean, I'm
but
not
who
even...
has more media and popularity? Miles Morales. And now that he gained more popularity, he has way more stuff to add to him. He has a whole video game on him now
Yeah.
that has iconic moments. And he has a whole new comic book strip line where he gets a fucking sword. It's iconic. I don't know, like him being a Spider-Man. I think he was like the first couple of Spider-Man.
I wouldn't say the sword thing's iconic. I'd say the sword thing's cool, but I wouldn't say it's
Okay,
a
I'll
memorable,
give you that. I'll give you
impacting
I'll give you that.
event.
He was one of the first Spider-Man that gained like unique abilities
I will say
that
he
makes
is
him iconic.
he is one of the most popular, most well-known Spider-Man
Yeah.
besides 2099 and besides Peter Parker.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But that's like strictly looking at it on a popularity point.
Can you name me like 3 things that Mr. Fantastic has that makes him iconic?
His family, his like the Fantastic Four family,
Okay.
and then his family, and then
Which is
Franklin Richards, bro.
Uh-huh.
Their kids. Their kids. Again, that's one of those things where it extends his lore extends beyond just him.
Mm-hmm. So go on.
I mean, I mean, that's what I'm trying to think. Like, it's strictly popular. I mean, I don't know. I don't know much about either or.
I think Miles Morales.
I'll give you that, but I wanted to know why you would say it was by a mile.
It's just like he has a bunch more media to him and stuff like that.
So it's strictly popularity.
Yeah. Well, you can't say something iconic if they're not up there in popularity. Like, they could be iconic, but like, what does it matter if it's iconic if no one knows about it anymore? Does it make it so much iconic anymore?
Yeah. Don't do that, Mister. Fucking The Flash is more iconic than Superman. It also doesn't help that you are like biased towards anything Spider-Man.
I just think he's just way more like if Mr. Fantastic, like if he had more media now, I'd probably say Mr. Fantastic. But like even then, people don't remember much about the movies anymore.
Oh, the Fantastic Four movies with
Yeah.
I know much more about that.
Yeah, I know, but like you can put up the argument that people nowadays don't know, and if they do, it's probably because of the Deadpool and Wolverine movie and the fact that they're getting a reboot.
Probably, but then you can make the same argument for Miles Morales. It's because he has a new video game, and because he's got.
Yeah, and he's also been in like shows and media since forever now.
Well, so is Fantastic Four.
Yeah, they had like a couple like movies. And that was it.
No, they've had like the animated shows in like the 90s and early 2000s.
I don't remember that at all.
If I show you a picture, you probably have like seen clips of it, but haven't known. Well, you got this one. Okay. I mean, if you look on Disney Plus for like if you look on Disney Plus, there's Fantastic Four shows that definitely stand out.
I haven't seen any of them.
Like what's the one? Like World's Greatest Superheroes or something like that. I don't know if it's a Avengers thing or a Fantastic Four thing, but it's got like everybody in it. I think it's a Fantastic Four show. Fantastic Four, World's Greatest, yeah.
I think the X-Men is more iconic than Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I'll give you that, yeah. John Wick, Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen.
Shazam or Miles Morales.
Miles Morales.
Yeah. Daredevil or Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. No.
You can make again. I would accept either one.
Heath Ledger.
Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales.
Spider-Gwen.
I'd give it. Thank God. I was gonna say I think I'd give.
Spider-Gwen came out first, so she has more stuff to go on about her.
I mean, it's not even about that. It's about whether or not.
But even then,
one of the others stood out more.
Yeah, she stood out way more.
And you can't bring out media because whatever fucking Miles Morales has been, she's been in.
But like, I don't know. I just think Spider-Gwen's way more up there.
Yeah, it stands out more because
especially because
it's a female Spider-Man, and
yeah.
it's a whole different iteration of the Spider-Man character. Whereas Miles Morales is very similar because he's strictly taking after Peter
he's
Parker.
Just picking up the mantle and whatnot.
Heath Ledger or Spider-Gwen.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah, so that takes the cake. Heath Ledger is the most iconic one in that bracket. Alright, so yeah, that's going to do it for our fourth segment, the Iconicity Bracket. So our two winners were...
Spider-Man and Heath Ledger.
I thought you said...
Oh, Deadpool. Deadpool, yeah.
So yeah, it was So yeah, the winners for those two brackets were Deadpool and Heath Ledger.
Please, you're welcome to argue with my comments.
I really hope that...
I want to see someone about Flash and Superman because I think.
Oh my gosh! I would gladly put a poll up
or any arguments for like ones that we didn't know about. Please tell me. Please say something.
Please let us know who is more iconic, Superman or the Flash,
or especially Mr. Fantastic and Miles Morales.
I mean,
'Cause
that
feel
one,
like-
I really don't. I'm not that.
I don't know, but I'm
that's-
just curious. I'm just curious to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
So-
I'm not going to do my research, so.
Yeah, we're curious.
If you want to comment, you know.
Yeah, who would you guys say is more iconic? Would
Yeah.
it be Miles Morales or Reed Richards' Mr.
Yeah.
Fantastic?
Yeah. Or I don't fucking know what other character. Or Deadpool or Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, or Deadpool or
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
because I feel like that's a very topic that's very debatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be it for today's episode. Thanks for joining us today on this deep dive into Super-Iconicity-Man. Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, and let us know what you think. We'll be back next week with more superhero discussions, so stay tuned. Make sure you guys tune in next week. Next week will be our first review episode on this podcast. We are doing a review on Invincible Season 3 next week, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that.